Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 15th of May. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And we're here to give the weekend wrap for the weekend that's just passed, which was the Mother's Day weekend,
It was
Gary.
Mother's Day.
And the Mother's Day weekend was huge. But before we talk about the results, let me just say to you, Gary, I did a 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30 auction on Mother's Day. I then went to see my son play football at 4:30. Didn't get home till 6 o'clock on Mother's Day. Fell asleep on the couch, which means I didn't get an opportunity to wish my mother or my mother-in-law a very happy Mother's Day. So, Pauline, Hunker, a very happy Mother's Day, and I'm so sorry I didn't get a chance to catch up with you.
Yes, you're a great real estate agent, Phil. Not much of a son or son-in-law.
Not much of a son.
I did sneak away from one of our auctions, actually, that you did, and had lunch with my mother, which was lovely. Very, 91 she is. Anyway, it was very, very lovely. So happy Mother's Day to all the mums, to mum and all mums, and my mother-in-law. Yes, happy Mother's Day. Let's get down to real estate.
Before we do that, Gary, I just want to quickly tell you what I did on Saturday night, because I think we can turn this interview format into a bit of an on the couch talking about our Saturday nights, because we're fascinating people.
Do we have to?
We do. I went to the Astor Cinema on Saturday night, and it's a cinema that I haven't been to for about 20 years, and it is a local icon, as everybody knows. Absolutely gorgeous, caught in a time warp, absolutely fantastic.
In St Kilda.
If you want to see a great movie, go and see Hugo, Gary. I cried the whole way through it. I'm the sensitive, caring type.
You are very sensitive, Phil. A lot of people misunderstand that. They don't know that about you. You are a very loving and sensitive guy. Can we now talk about real estate?
Let's talk about real estate.
It's enough about you. I think we're going to lose the ratings, actually, from this week. Let's talk about the weekend of real estate. What happened on the Mother's Day weekend? It started off with a busy Saturday, Phil, and that exciting auction we reviewed last week in Norman Street, McKinnon.
And what a great auction that was. The price is disclosed, so I can say that it was on the market, sold competitively. We had 3 people bidding for it. Freezing day, so we held it inside, in front of the fireplace. So I'm glad it was a cold day, because it really set the mood. And we sold that competitively for $1,540,000, which shows yet again, Gary, that if you want to sell a luxury home in Ormond McKinnon, Gary Peer and Associates are the people to do it.
We've done really well in that market,
We
Phil,
have.
and enjoying it very much. Getting into Sunday's auctions that we talked about last week, Phil, we had a good one first up in the morning in Rosemont Avenue. Then we moved, and that sold under the hammer. We then move on to a home I was very involved with in Flowers Street in Caulfield South. This was a beautiful period home. We talked a little bit about it. The actual price in the paper is undisclosed, but the vendors have given me permission to reveal it to our viewers.
All is revealed on GPTV.
On GPTV, so it's our little secret, our GPTV watchers and us, Phil. Do you want to talk about it? Or
Competitive auction, beautiful property, double-fronted Victorian, drop-dead gorgeous extension at the back. We held the auction inside, as we often do when we've got something dramatic to show inside.
And it's hailing outside.
Yeah, exactly. And competitively sold under the hammer for $1,725,000.
It was, yes. It was on the market, or the reserve was around that 1.7, and it did go well, and congratulations to the buyer and to the vendor. A great outcome. We moved on from there a little bit later on to the house in Cromwell Street, that stunning home, Phil, which luckily for somebody, it's still on the market.
It is still available, and I'm quite surprised that it's still available, because it is just the most magnificent architect-designed house. I don't think it'll take us too long to sell that, Gary. We've got a couple of interested parties in it at the moment, Gary.
We do, yes. The other property that I didn't talk about, but we did talk about on GPTV last week, was that very pretty period home in Nathan Grove in Caulfield South.
Well, the pressure was on me at that auction, Gary, because without naming names, we were selling it on behalf of the son of our original boss and mentor, I don't mind saying. The person that may be responsible for the limited degree of success that we have was the father of the owner. So when I came to do the auction, Gary, having now done about 10,000 auctions, I can't tell you how nervous I was, because it was almost like my first auction.
Yes, the old boss was there watching both of us, making sure that we were on song.
I felt so under pressure.
He was a tough boss.
Tough but fair, Gary.
A very fair boss, but it was a great outcome, a competitive auction, Philip. Is the price disclosed, do you know?
I'm not sure, but sold well in excess of $1 million.
Yes, I think it got about $60,000 over reserve. So anyway, we won't talk anything further about that. Some clues on price there, but I think that one is undisclosed. But it really was a very, very successful sale.
Gary, got a big week this week coming up. It's a very exciting week.
Yep, one home that is owned by a well-known identity and celebrity in Steve Bedwell. That's in Jupiter Street. Number 5B Jupiter Street goes to auction Sunday at 12:30.
And I bumped into him the other day, Gary, and he was been watching GPTV, and he did say to us, we have the perfect faces for radio.
Very good, very flattering. He
Boom,
would.
boom.
Anyway, Steve's a great identity and comedian, and we're looking forward to giving him our best shot, him and his lovely wife Alana. And that'll be coming up, and it is a lovely period home, Phil, if I'm not mistaken.
And I just want to say a special cheerio to their gorgeous daughter, Zara.
That's very kind of you. Let's move on, Phil. Next auction is in a street, little known street, but a really good street in a good position, and that is number 4 Can Robert Street in Caulfield North. Tell us about Can Robert Street and the property
First
there.
of all, it's an architect designed property, built and designed by David Edelman, one of the best architects in the area, and certainly this is light, bright and pretty stunning, and in a gorgeous spot just near Balaclava Road.
And talking about Balaclava Road, Phil, before we say, Can Robert Street, I think this is one house. So I think if you buy this house, you basically own the entire Can Robert Street.
You can be the mayor of Can Robert Street,
You
Gary.
can be the mayor. Phil, 3:30 Sunday, another big one, a landmark auction in Balaclava Road. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's going to be standing room only, and I urge everybody watching GPTV, click on our virtual tour of 309 Balaclava Road, Caulfield North, because it is the most stunning house by DDB Design. Certainly built some fabulous houses around Caulfield and Brighton. This is a gorgeous home. I reckon, Gary, it's going to be standing room only there because we've had so far over 300 people go through this house.
I think you did a pretty good virtual tour there too, Phil. I'm not one
thanks,
to
Gary.
give out compliments quickly or easily, especially to you, but I will on this occasion because
No
I think
problems.
you did it well.
Thank you.
Well, we look forward to seeing you all there at Balaclava Road. Where are we now, Phil?
Gary, we are at the most fabulous architect design property. This is a property by Schulberg Demke Architects, and we're on the corner of North Road, Brighton East and Milroy Street. And once again, click onto this property because it is nothing short of stunning.
How old is it?
Brand new, Gary.
Fantastic. Well, a beautiful home. What a pleasure to be sitting in the lounge room at another prestige home. We're very lucky, aren't we?
We are, Gary.
We get to sell some good ones.
Imagine
And,
people actually pay us to do this.
fantastic,
It's
isn't it?
fantastic.
Just as well. Signing off, GPTV. We're going to be back next week. We're going to feature our salesperson of the month who did very, very well in the month of April. We're looking forward to seeing you then. I'm Gary Peer. All the best.
And I'm Philip Kingston. And can you get your hair cut for next week?
It's going to be done. I'm
Really,
doing it today.
it just looks ridiculous.
I reckon it's good.
Camera
I
still
like
on?
it. Probably.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cheers.
See you later. Bye.